Hey guys, this is Adam with SeeYouLaterLeaner, and I'm here with one of my clients, Audree Vicory, and we're going to make sure she is victorious in the next couple weeks here when she does the Las Vegas Pro-Am.
Yeah.
So, first show ever. What made you want to compete?
I've always loved being like on stage. I sing, I love performing. And so I think this is like an outlet for that. And I also love being in the gym and working out. And people just started asking me, like, are you competing? When are you going to compete? And so it just put the idea in my head. And also, my best friend, Melissa, does compete. And so I've been watching her for about a year and a half now. And it's just been inspiring. I love the shows, I love bodybuilding. So, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, you're like basically 11, 10 days out now.
Yeah, 10 days, I think.
Would you say it's safe to say you're pretty addicted to the process now?
Pretty addicted to the process. You know, it's been quite a roller coaster ride, I would say. And it's like I've been analyzing how like not everyone around me is going to understand, or especially in the workplace, like what I'm going through or like why I'm doing this. Like they just don't get it, and that's okay. So I'm just starting to understand that, that part of this journey.
Well, that's a big part of like what I wanted to talk about. The home of Las Vegas, like being in the nightlife. It's a tough job.
Yeah.
You and Arondi both do it. I'm not sure if you know my client Arondi. She also works.
Maybe if I saw her face,
Yeah,
names.
and it's definitely a tougher lifestyle. How has this transition been for you? Like, working the late nights and adding the cardio in and having to track macros.
Well,
now.
I just started working in nightlife too, like as bottle service, like for
like
first
4
time ever.
weeks
So like I
ago.
started a whole new career path too.
Yeah.
So it's like learning a new task and like learning all these things, and then also being in like a calorie deficit, on a cut, trying to pay attention to what I'm eating. And then going from working day shift full time to transitioning back into nights now. And so like flipping the schedule, and then Emerald's still on day shift. So like on my days off, I'm like living the daytime life and then trying to go back now to the nighttime life. And so that balance has kind of been overwhelming, I would say. But, I've just been trying to take it day by day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm balancing 2 jobs right now. So it's like, well, how much can I carry? I'm burning the candle at both ends of the stick, but I'm doing what I got to do. I'm enjoying the process.
Good.
I don't feel like I'm like lacking in areas of work because of this. Like work is getting like I'm failing at my job. I do feel like my energy levels are a little bit lower, and like people can kind of see like, is Audree okay? And I'm like trying to smile, but like it's not coming across genuine because I'm like not genuine about it sometimes. I'm just like, okay, but other than that, it's been okay.
It's when you got the job and we were transitioning, we were just about to turn the heat up a little bit more, but we decided, let's let you transition into work. Let's bring calories up a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm really glad we did that because I think it helped you start adjusting to that work pace a little bit more.
Yeah.
And also, I thought you looked a little bit leaner as we had the calories for a bit. It gave me a chance to kind of like mini peak you in a way. And then we did that final grind, which I think only lasted like a week and a half. It wasn't long.
That's something I'd be curious to see with like a next prep too, like for the next shows and stuff, is like if it was stress that kind of like helped attribute to like maybe something of why I was looking leaner, even though I was still eating and doing all that. I don't know if maybe like, because in times of stress throughout my whole life, I've always lost weight. Like, I don't know if my metabolism speeds up or what's happening inside my body. I don't know. So I'd just be curious to see like maybe in my next prep where I'm not like going through all these changes or whatever, and then just doing a prep, seeing if it was the same or different,
The less stress, always the better, typically in a prep. But the big thing is making sure that you're not doing too much, and I think you've got a really nice work-life balance now, and with as much as you can, like you're in a rhythm. And like you said, you're burning the candle at both ends. But also when you're in prep, what else would you be doing outside of that?
And I'm listening to my body, like while burning the candle at both ends. Like I'd say I'm scheduled for work and it's like, I know I can call out. I have, the means to, I do, if my body's telling me like, no, it's a no. Like I'm listening to my body. Like, yes, I'm kind of putting the show before most things right now, but like, it's what I want to do. I'm 10 days away. Like that's what matters most right now. In 10 days, we'll sit back and reevaluate.
I've almost found my preps where I was busier were better for me because I had less time to think about food or being hungry for sure.
Less time, like when's my next meal? I'm not thinking about it. I'm working, That is true. Yeah.
So you've done macros the whole prep, which is impressive because it's your first time you've ever prepped. A lot of times people might start with a meal plan.
So I think if I say like, because I lived more like the lifestyle fitness, like was trying to pay attention to what I ate, always listening to my friend Melissa tell me, buy these things, whatever. Okay, I'm trying. It was always the diet. But like once I finally just started doing it, the fitness was already there. So it was just getting the meal plans in. And then Emerald came into my life and was already locked in, has been locked in for like 7 years eating the same foods.
Yeah.
So he just kind of showed me and that made it so much easier. But if I was not without him and like the meal plans definitely would have been what I would needed for some structure.
Yeah.
But I think the people around me is why macros have been successful.
The people shaped you, I always think that's so important because the people we're surrounded by definitely teach you a lot about fitness, whether it be right or wrong. But luckily in your cases, definitely it sounds like you've got the right people around you. I've not met Melissa yet, but I imagine I'll meet her at the Vegas
show.
Pro-Am.
She's going to be there. Yes.
That's awesome. And then what's one of the foods that you were just so excited to have when you're done with this show?
German chocolate cake.
And you said P.F. Chang's earlier.
Oh, yeah. I want to go to P.F. Chang's. The Mongolian beef and their chicken lettuce wraps are my favorite.
Nice. P.F. Chang's is a great chain. We had one in Ohio, and we're happy to have one here. When we moved to Vegas, we said we'd no longer eat at chain restaurants, but we actually found that we still eat at chain restaurants
it's like,
on occasion.
I've never been like crazy. Like P.F. Chang's is my favorite restaurant. Like if someone would ask me, but I don't know, like this last like month, I can't stop thinking about it. Like it's like that's what's coming to my head is that Mongolian beef. So I know that's what I want.
Yeah. Being a newer competitor, had this been 2 years ago and bikini was out, do you think you still would have competed, or do you think Fit Model really opened the opportunity for you to be a newer athlete and come into the sport?
I think Fit Model has opened the door for me to do it sooner. Yes, definitely. Because if Fit Model hadn't become a category, I think I still wouldn't be wanting to compete right now. Not saying like that I maybe couldn't compete up there in bikini right now. But I think Fit Model has given me more of like I wouldn't say comfortability, but like a confidence in maybe being able to do this.
Yeah.
Because I know the bikini girls have sized up quite a bit. And my friend is bikini, but she's also, taking stuff is not natural. So I'm going the natural journey. But I do see myself on stage competing against girls that aren't natural too. So I'm excited for those days.
I also love that you're friends with her because sometimes I'll like divide a friendship in a weird way, like the enhancement, not enhancement.
Yeah.
And like we just really have to understand like whether you're bikini, women's physique, women's bodybuilding, we're all doing something really hard for our bodies at the end of the day.
Either way.
We can all love and embrace each other and learn from each other.
Right.
Because we're all doing something similar.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's half-assing it and just saying, I'm this division, like you're putting a lot of yourself out there when you get on stage. And when you can accept each other's differences and you said it in such a non-judgmental way. And I love that because we understand that the PEDs can definitely be.
Well, she's 20 years older than me too. She's my best friend and she's 20 years older than me. And I know the benefits of what she does for herself.
Yeah.
And she looks friggin' awesome. Like you would think she's my age. So,
That's
like I
awesome.
can't knock it. Like
Can't
just
knock
because
it.
it's not for me, maybe right now, doesn't mean maybe in my future after I'm done having kids or whatever, maybe that's not a route I wouldn't take, you know, I can't say it's like a no, but for now it is, you know?
Yeah, we're all at different phases in our journeys. Yeah.
We're all different times in our life right now.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Do you typically have older friends because your
I
maturity
have
level,
always,
would you say?
made
Old
friends with
soul at
older
heart?
people.
Okay, that's cool. I think that's
Yeah.
a great quality.
Yeah, the girls my age, I don't know. We just like don't mesh properly. They're using like a different lingo than I am right now too. I'm
Okay.
like, what is that? No.
Well, sometimes, like, one of the best things is having wisdom in people older, and you're probably progressing in life faster.
I think that's what I've gravitated towards. Yeah, like what
around
knowledge do you have? Like you have something. She's like has so much knowledge to share, you know.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, after this show, do you have anything planned, or do you just kind of want to see how the feedback goes and then go from there?
So I've been like, see how the feedback goes. If I do well, I'd like to do, you know, a national show and see where kind of I stand against girls, you know, more my stature or height. I was talking with Emily and she's like, that's really where you're going to see where you stand is in a national show. So just depending on how this show goes, like if the judges feel like, you know, she's ready to do a national show, we could see her up there. I'm more than happy to go do a national show. If it's more like, we'd like to see, you know, build here or practice more here, I'm willing to take a year off and then do it again next year.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love that. You're very coachable, and it's been so much fun to, work with you. It's been a pretty short time,
Yeah.
but we have made a lot of progress,
Yeah.
and Emily has made a lot of progress on your posing. That made a huge difference. I think we were together about 2 or 3 weeks, and then when Emily posed you, your glutes looked completely different. I'll still never forget that. And I said, holy cow, this is what a good posing coach can do for a fit model athlete.
Yeah.
And that was cool to see. I was going to post it, but I wanted to just kind of keep that as secret sauce that I'm just not going to share with anybody, because I sometimes like keeping things to myself, because I think we've got a really good, trajectory in the fit model division. So,
Cool.
But I'm so excited to get you guys on stage.
Me
and
too. Yeah.
I can't thank you enough for coming here today
Thank you.
sharing a little piece of your journey.
Yeah.
And where can people find you if they want to see you on social media?
I'm at A1 Audrey on Instagram. And I also have a fitness page if you just want to follow my fitness journey. It's Audacious Fit.
Awesome. Well, we'll link those below, and we will see you later, Leaner.
See you later, Leaner.